It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 54. Great game in store for y'all.
Next on Madden Football.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Second down and 8. And in motion is Brown. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. A go down, and it's an incompletion. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be third down.
Not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. 49ers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This fielded inside the 35. The Chiefs offense ready for their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Mahomes now to throw again. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And he will go all the way. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On 2nd down, Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. To the goal line and in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the 49ers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man right side is Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. So, 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. 14-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Off he goes. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Purdy now on second down. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
Mike, you want to convert on third down? Get the ball in your hands of your best players. And this guy, he is a playmaker. Whether it's out catching passes like he's used to, or working as a runner instead.
You have a tight end motioning left here. On 1st and 10, Purdy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
So Kittle comes in motion. 1st and 10. Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Moody now for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the 49ers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll get this complete to Pacheco. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Got a man, it's Kelsey. Complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the air from Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
This caught right side by Worthy. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. There's Deebo Samuel and the rest of this Niners offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Throw across his body is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. They'll put Ayuk in motion. To throw on 1st down is Purdy. Samuel has it working the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's Purdy again. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Now Purdy. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
I don't think the back was the primary target on this play, but just a great job by the quarterback understanding it's 4th down. I've got to get this ball out of my hand and give our offense a chance at converting, and it's exactly what he's able to do by getting it to his back and letting him pick up the rest.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy gonna put it up again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the 49ers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, P-Ron. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's Matt Ariza now, as he is on to punt for KC. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers in the lead. As we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter, so he has been on target throughout.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. Third and long. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, Mahomes. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Purdy on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air is Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The 49ers out for the punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Motion man is Rice. Now Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping him short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the 2nd half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
To throw on first down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Mahomes back. Here's a screen set up for P-Rock. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On second down, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Short pass, taken in by Kelsey.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Niners offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. First and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Has his man, it's Samuel. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, it doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
To throw, it's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal. To throw once more, it's Purdy. That one taken in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Gray is the motion man here. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's close to another first down as it's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So Hopkins is the man in motion. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit.
Chiefs 14.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. So a win here for the 49ers. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans, we have to battle the roadway. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.